What's up, y'all? We back. This is another episode of Elusive, the pod that by no means has any definition or title or name. It is your own interpretation of what it is, but for me and right now in this moment, it is a music pod, and I'm just gonna talk about music because I'm a fucking music R&B head. And yes, I'm your host Nathan Dante. This is episode 21. 21. I never checked what the previous number was, but I'm so sorry for the delay. I know I said that last episode, but life is fucking happening, and yes, my whole apartment got flooded, and that's why there was no episode back to back to back the way I planned to have had my pod running, but we made it through, so we back. I figured out this fucking audio finally. Thank God. Oh, look at my notes. Look at my notes. Yeah, so if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like down in the comments. If you're enjoying this content, feel free to subscribe to the Elsv TV YouTube channel. I'm trying to be more on top of my content, but it's hard work. And if anybody tells you that podcasting is easy, they lie, because it literally, it's just me here, so maybe having a team makes it a little bit easier, but by no means do you just sit down at a microphone and talk. It took me 2 hours to set everything back up because my apartment got flooded. All of my furniture, all of my camera equipment is all over the place, so it was a process getting everything set back up. So yes, I did get a capture card for my streaming. If you're interested in gaming, my Twitch channel, ELSV Nate on Twitch. So I was trying to figure out how to manage the audio the same way I manage the audio when I'm streaming my game, and yeah, that was the whole process, and trying to figure out how to get the audio without my gaming system to record me playing music but not hear it, so the mic picks it up as it has in the past. So I think we got it. Audio is together. Hopefully I sound as clear as I need to sound, because it's a work in progress, learning all of these tools and learning the EQs and all these settings for the audio. But we here, episode 21. Again, if you made it through this intro, please subscribe to my channel, because I have more content on the way. If you seen my previous videos, I did upload snippets of my Brandy mixes, Sweet Nothings, which if you didn't catch it, it was a Sweet Nothings Drake Controller mix, and the second one was Rather Be, which I mixed with Love on Top remix. So I got some music. If you want the tracks in full, that might be exclusive Patreon content, which I have. My Patreon is set up. There's a gaming tier. There's a podcast tier. If you're interested in my podcasting music stuff, all of the music and podcasting stuff will be under that tier. If you're interested in the gaming shit, it'll be under the gaming tier. And if you want both, just sign up on the VIP tier, and you'll get all the exclusive bonuses that's listed on Patreon. But yes, that is patreon.com/ELSVTV. No, just patreon.com/ELSV. I'm so used to saying ELSV something, like ELSV Mag or ELSV TV, ELSV Pod, like so many iterations of ELSV. But Whew, we made it. It's March. My Poetic Justice merch that I just made because someone asked me to do a Poetic Justice shirt for them. So I had to go on and do it and then rock it because, that is my mood for March. Um, Yesterday I reopened. Well, it's always open on my computer, so I remind myself to work. But I just happened to open a tab where my poetry book was on. It was open. It's been open. So uh, I keep telling myself that it's finished. No, I keep telling myself that it's not finished. But on the other side, I'm telling myself if I don't put it out, I'll never put it out. Because somehow, like as a creative, I'm just so on the lines of, trying to perfect it, edit it, go back, change stuff, and then I'm doing that over and over and over again until, you know, it never comes out or I'll never deem it finished. So I opened it, edited some things, and I was reading through a part of it, and I was like, yo, this was meant for me to, sorry for all the noise. I need to soundproof this little room, but that's my ice maker. I was reading through it, and as I'm reading through it, it just reminded me of my little poetry slam days. And I've always said I need to get back to it, but I never find the time or the piece that I want to read is too long, or I overthink things, so I never do it. But I was reading through a piece, and I said I'm going to get back to my roots, do a little poetry. Maybe I'll upload that to Patreon. But I do feel like the content that's coming will be geared towards the poetry that I've written as I'm gearing towards publishing this book that I've been writing for like 10 years. So, oh, 10 years, jeez, 10 years, more than 10 years. I think I have some poetry from like 2007. That's like when I started DJing and all that stuff. Side note, but yeah, I opened it and I was reading through it and I said, let me do a little reel or TikTok or a little video of me doing a piece and then start promoting this book that I've been trying to put out for a long time. And since, ELSV is a publishing company, as we published our own magazine, my goal was to like transition publishing magazines to publishing books. So if you're a writer and you're trying to publish books and you need a publisher, contact ELSV. Go to the website because I'm gonna update a page for specifically that because I am gearing up to do my books. I've been pushing it back and pushing it back, and I said August of last year I should finish it, and it's now March, so we're getting close. But yeah, back to the topic at hand. This episode is episode 20. I'm back. The music is musicking, and the audio is doing what it's supposed to do. Hopefully, this video is doing what it's supposed to because I'm trying to figure out making the settings look a little bit better than it does. And if it doesn't, then we'll try to fix that in the next episode. But yeah, if you watched the last episode, I did my little R&B battle vid. I didn't know what to call it, but we just titled it R&B battle, this or that, whatever you want to categorize it as. But it was basically picking two R&B classics or two strong R&B songs from one artist and putting them against each other and trying to decide which is the better of the two songs. So yeah, I did post some clips. We did the day 26, Perfectly Blind versus Co-Star, which I got from a tweet, and I said, I could just bring that over to the pod and start talking about it there. But yeah, that's what happened, and that's how we got here. So this week, I want to jump back into that. But first, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, the video to this episode is available on YouTube, Elsv TV, and all the links will be down in the description. So if you're, new and you're just stumbling upon this podcast, thank you for listening. And number two, check out all the links down below and leave a like, leave a subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff that keeps me in tune with, everyone's thoughts. And, we need that. I need that. So get on that. So before we jump into the, R&B song battle choices, I wanted to touch and start the episode talking about we're not gonna mention the person, but the stem players. I did wanna talk about that because I seen a few TikToks and a few reels of people playing around with these little stem players that this person released with their album on it. And first off, here's where I'm lost. So you buy the stem player for $200 and your album is available on it. Cool. That's a great plan. I gotta give you that. Second, now people bought this stem player now. So how does it work in regards to, everyone else releasing their music to it? Like, you don't buy another stem player. And then if you decide to release more music, is it just, oh, they bought the stem player so they get the music free? That's where I'm lost. And then the third thing is the stem player is like something that should have came out 10 years ago. For me, it's a great concept, but if it was like more user friendly, maybe a touch interface or some customizable display of what song is playing, because right now it just looks like an iPod shuffle that you can just mix and edit out which sounds you want to hear. And cool, that's a great idea, but then there's also apps for that, and there's also DJ programs that do that. So again, if I wanted to hear stems of a song, I think it needs to be next level, in which I tweeted. The only way this stem player makes sense to me is let me get back into it. Let me get back into it. Hold on one sec. So the only way the stem player makes sense to me is if I can play around with each stem that I specifically want to play around with. And as far as stems that I want to play around with, I gotta go back to the queen.
All my life, but we're perfect. Strangers, 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 strangers. Now I feel connected to you, like a river, I'm one within you. We're unbreakable, unbreakable, inseparable, inseparable. So we're
So if I can pull the stems of every layer of Brandy's background and harmonizing vocals, I'll be sold. So I'm looking at Ray J because Ray J is a genius when it comes to tech. Ray J. This. I need all of the stems of Brandy's. You need like the top layer, the background, the harmony, all of these things all the layers of Brandy's vocals, you need to, Ray J's vocals too. But if we can pull the stems of those and be able to play around and hear different sounds and audio, I will be sold on this player. But again, not even. I want to be in the studio and hear all of these layers and hear it in person and experience Brandy live building a song. So I'm sold if it's Brandy and you can play around all of those different layers, but I'm not sold because I want to be in the studio and actually hear it live and in person and hear every iteration up until it's finalized. That's what I want. So I would never be sold on this stem player. I would just need them to apply Brandy's layering and get sense of that, and then I'm on board. If Ray J does it. So Ray J,
maybe you past due. I know that you'll never hurt me. Your love is bulletproof. I wanna marry you, wanna mother another.
How we gonna get this over at Raycon with the headphones? Apply it.
Baby, cause I'm in love with you. Let's stay together like rhythm and blues. Cause me without you is a refuse. You know I need you. I gotta see you like a point of view. Cause you internal like the revenue. Never will be another you. You say jump, I say how high.
This is the stems I need to hear. I need to hear this. But again, you don't need the stem player to do this. I just hear all the noises in the background. It's so annoying because when I'm actually set up to record, that's when all the noise decides is gonna happen. So yeah, sorry for all this fucking noise that's in the background. My fucking neighbors that just fucking have no home training. Also, I live right next to the exit, so that exit door, whenever people decide they're gonna walk all the way to this exit, you can hear it. But yes, here's this is the other song that I was like, let's hear stems of this. We gonna hear some stems of some songs.
An angel has always been thought precious works. Guess that's how she had you fooled. Cause she was an angel in disguise. Hurt and pain could never come from her.
See, this is the shit that we need. Like, if we gonna hear stems of a song, it has to be like, there's only a few artists that I need to hear the different parts of the song, and Brandy's probably number one. Like, do you hear this? That will have me sold on the stem player and Ray J. Raycon could, Raycon is like the perfect way to do this. And I'm on board if Ray J does it. But as of now, I'm not supporting. I haven't heard Donda. I haven't heard Donda 2. I don't want to hear it. I'm not watching this documentary because, everybody's throwing it up for all of this creativeness. Clearly, yes, we could say Kanye's a genius, but the actions and the stuff that we've seen, I'm not overlooking that. and I'm not just diving back into like, oh, he did this, he released a stem player. Oh, look at this album. Oh, look at this fucking album listening event at all of these different arenas. Cool. Those are all great. But still, I haven't heard Donda. I haven't heard Donda 2. I don't want the stem player. And I don't care to, go to these listening parties to hear all of this mess and then all of this fucking back and forth nonsense that's like overshadowing all of the creativeness behind this process. Is kind of like, and then I know there's people who like, oh, you got to separate the artist from the art. Okay, you do that. I choose to. I mean, there's the one song that everyone's been doing in their TikTok. I don't know the name of the song. I finally heard it recently because I was in an Uber and the Uber driver was playing it, and like the first beginning was so fire. I'm like, yo, this song must be fire. I might have to go ahead and listen to Donda. He played the whole song and I was just like, I could have done without hearing the rest of the song. Maybe I just need to just hear the instrumentals. But as of now, I'm not sold, and I'm not. Y'all separate the artist from the art. Y'all listen to this person and R. Kelly and keep doing what y'all do because that's what y'all want to do. Do what you want. Don't go with what I say. Yeah, you're entitled to do whatever you want and whatever you believe. But for me, I don't want to hear any of it. I don't want to see the documentary. I don't care. But an R&B song battle. We gonna stay on topic and on brand for Brandy, because I did say I was gonna do a whole episode of just Brandy song. And what the fuck was that? All the sounds around me sounds louder in these headphones, so I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's the gate. Also they need to fix that gate, side note. But fucking, can't have nice things. It was nice for a year and now just fucking is what it is. But I Want to Be Down versus Sitting Up in My Room. And that is my R&B song battle Brandy choice. I Want to Be Down because it's the classic Brandy record, and I believe if someone goes, what are the signature Brandy songs, when you say name the first 3 Brandy songs that comes to mind, I believe I Want to Be Down and Sitting Up in My Room will be the first 2 songs that's named, and then probably The Boy Is Mine. But yeah, so I Want to Be Down, Sitting Up in My Room. And if y'all need to hear it, y'all need to know what those songs sounds like. Shame on you, because you should know what those songs sound like. And if you don't know what those songs are, let's get into a little bit of should I play my mix? Nah, let's play the original. Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's mess around with these stems. You know how we do over here. Let's turn the harmony down a little bit. Let's see what this sounds like. Yes, I Want to Be Down. Hey. Hey, see, I need a stem player just for this. But then I could do it myself when I don't need a stem player. So why should I spend $200 on a stem player just to do what I can already do while I'm DJing? And then it don't have a touch interface, and then you can't see what song is playing and what song's coming up. And then, oh my god, it's so annoying. And then there's an app for that. And then Apple, I don't want to give y'all anything, but you know, since this is an indirect, what is it called? When you, I can't think of the word right now, but when you, have a contract, when you break your contract, basically. So if they had a contract for the rights to Donda 2 and Kanye decided he's gonna release his album on stem player and not release it to streaming platforms, and then they just go ahead and be like, all right, your contract's null and void. This would be the perfect. I don't want Apple to do this, but it's in typical Apple fashion to then, you know, find a way to incorporate features from something else that's out into their own brand and ecosystem. So, you know, like they've done. It would be terrible if Apple said, you know, you want to release a stem player, let's add stems to this Apple Music platform the same way they added Dolby Audio. I see Apple doing that because that would be the petty move. Like, oh, you had a contract to release your concerts, release your album, and all this stuff on Apple Music, and then you decide, nah, you're gonna release it if you buy the stem player. Like the follow up would be, all right, we're gonna introduce something else called something else, and it does exactly what the stem player does, and you don't need a separate device in all of your Apple Music. Right into that. But I digress.
I wanna be down with only you, my baby. I wanna be down with only you.
You hear all these layers? I need stems of that. I don't care about the beat. I mean, I do care about the beat, but because even without the harmonic instruments, it sounds good with just the drum. I'm having fun with this. I didn't mean to play the entire song. I meant to just play a little bit of it, but I got off on a tangent talking about the stem player again. But yes, I want to be down. Hey, one at a time. I didn't have it queued up, so bear with me as I have like 1,000 Brandy songs because I mix a lot of Brandy and I just ordered them by album. But yeah, let me speed this up a little bit too, because YouTube be trying to. They probably still gonna recognize I just played "I Want to Be Down" because they are good at it now, and that sucks.
I feel trembling in my heart.
Sitting up in my room. Sorry, that was too fast. Let me bring it on down. Bring it on down. Bring it on down. Candy.
down. Tell me where to start. How can one be down? Tell me where to start. I feel trembling in my heart. I have a one concern. Can I take you till my day comes? Here's what I'm gonna do. Be sitting up in my soul, in my bag, thinking about you. I must confess, I'm a mess for you. Be sitting up in my soul, in my bag, thinking about you.
See, even playing around with this and, you know, doing what the stem player essentially is doing.
All it takes is just one simple call from you. Turn my heart around.
There are some records that, I don't know, maybe because I have the actual,
Baby, please tell me if I'm getting you.
I'm trying to think, is this mine? This should be my rip from Never Say Never that I, you know, ripped when that was a thing back in the days when the first iPod came out. Oh my God, we came a long way. Having to rip the CDs to iTunes. My music library came a long way, but somewhere along the lines, iTunes Match and Apple Music, some of my records are not the versions that I've had. So I just heard earlier, it was a Nas record and it was a clean version. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? Rihanna's What's My Name came on and Drake's part was fucking clean, and I'm just like, Apple, who told you to match my music to clean versions? Or I guess it's because I'm playing it on a device that's not. That still shouldn't apply, but I'm playing it on a device that has all, like, it's not my phone or it's not my computer where all of the files are. It's a device that's streaming the stuff that's uploaded to the cloud. So I believe there's some sort of things where, you know, whatever's in the cloud just plays whatever version, and most of the time it's the clean version, which sucks because, like, why do you think I want to hear the clean version? It's disgusting. I never understood why people want to hear a clean version of a song, but then I don't know. Let me play a little bit more of Sitting Up in My Room since I played the entire I Want to Be Down. Hey, hey, hey.
I have one concern, and the one concern is you. Till I'm with you, here's what I'm gonna do. Sitting up in my soul, in my bed, thinking about you, thinking about you. I must confess, I'm my best for you. Be sitting up in my soul, in my bed, thinking about you. Think about you, that's the thing for you.
All right. I Want to Be Down or Sitting Up in My Room. I feel like it's an easy choice for me, with it being Sitting Up in My Room. And I don't know if I said this in my Brandy episode when I was talking about Queens, but when Brandy goes on tour, I don't want to hear I Want to Be Down. And it's not in a I don't want to hear it because I don't like the song, but I don't want to hear it because majority of the time when Brandy's doing performances, it seems like it's always the go-to I Want to Be Down, Baby. What About Us, Full Moon, Sitting Up in My Room. and whatever other song that she's promoting. And I feel like we've seen enough of I Wanna Be Down that we don't need to. I'm sorry. I do love I Wanna Be Down. I have a mix of I Wanna Be Down and Don't Take It Personal if you haven't heard it in a previous episode. Maybe I'll upload a clip of that mix. But I do want to hear I Wanna Be Down on tour if it's the remix or the BT Hip Hop Awards version where Brandy added her little verse. Yes, I would accept Brandy's BT Hip Hop Awards verse in a chorus of I Want to Be Down on tour. But I just feel like at some point I Want to Be Down needs to be retired from Brandy's set list. And I haven't seen Brandy live yet, but if I was to curate her concert, she has a lot of songs, a lot of underrated songs, a lot of album cuts that just needs to be heard live. And we don't have time. I mean, just give us the I Want to Be Down, Baby, Best Friend medley. What else do we need from the first album? Unless we get like an entire, concert and Brandy's just performing the first album live. Uh, I would love to hear, I mean, we don't need to hear any of the Broken Hearted. I don't think she performs Broken Hearted as much anymore. So it's like, these go-to records that, every time Brandy's doing a show, it's the five. I Want to Be Down, Baby, Sitting Up in My Room, What About Us, Full Moon. Uh, we don't get anything from Never Say Never. We don't get anything from Afrodisiac, Human, 211, B7, unless the last concert, yeah, she did Baby Mama. But like for me, if I'm curating a Brandy concert, I gotta look at my list because I've thought about this before. Why can't I find music? Okay, there it is. Let's say 20 songs. If I'm curating a Brandy concert, she has a lot of unreleased records that came out that should have been on some album or an album itself. So it's hard because I want to put a lot of these unreleased records into the mix. Like How High. I know that was like a bonus release extra for 211 that didn't make 211, should have made 211. I would have been okay with How High being the first single over Put It Down with Chris Brown. But I don't know what went on at the label that they said, let's do Put It Down with Chris Brown. And Chris Brown raps and not sing. But yeah, How High, I do want to, she should do that live. I'm biased to B7. I like Saving All My Love. I like Unconditional Ocean. Sweet Nothings is my favorite song. Stop. Full stop. So Sweet Nothings is my favorite song. So I would love to hear that live. Begging and Pleading, Freedom Rings. Either one of those. Do you know what you have? Yes. Almost Doesn't Count is included in the six. So I guess it's the sixth record. So Almost Doesn't Count is included. So we do have a record from Never Say Never. She can always perform that. There's no, like, I will never get tired of hearing Almost Doesn't Count. That's like I'm going down for Mary J. Blige. Like, you gotta perform Almost Doesn't Count. Um, what about us? But you can interchange. I did a mix. What about us? Say something. So I feel like you can interchange. What about us? Say something. Let me go. If we're gonna dive into 211, I prefer Let Me Go over Put It Down. I would have gone with Let Me Go over Put It Down as the first single, but I don't know what decision decided, and I love Put It Down. Don't get me wrong, but it's always when you hear the album as a whole, you kind of go through like, I wonder what the project would have been like if different singles were chosen. Um, she got to do well. It'd be cool if Ro James came out. They did, Plan B. Plan B is one of my favorite records from Ro James because Brandy's on it, but also because it's a great record. If we're gonna do a Chris Brown record, Do Better. That's a great one. Ascension with Janae Aiko is a cool one. Rather Be, definitely. Oops. Yeah, I was about to. Oh, wait. I'm gonna play that in a second. That's a song that you need stems of. Paint This House, When You Touch Me, of course, is a fan favorite. So we need to see more of When You Touch Me live. Um, Wildest Dreams, Necessary. Sitting up in my room. I'm not counting. So if I made it to 20 already, sorry. I'm just gonna keep going. Angel in Disguise, put that on everything. Without You or Torn Down. Or both. Um I tried. Okay, you gotta throw on Borderline because that is a great record. Wish Your Love Away. Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. I mean, I guess this is like all a deep cut, so it's like if Brandy ever did a concert, it would have to be like unplugged or a live album to do those deep cuts. Which I would. Brandy, if you're gonna do a unplugged, if MTV, if MTV brought back unplugged, or if Tiny Desk finally asked Brandy to do Tiny Desk, she should do these deep cuts. But then it's like Tiny Desk is for the hits, so like acoustic versions of some of the hits, and then throw on these deep cuts, and we got a show. What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's scroll on down. I'm good on hearing some of these. I think I listed everything that I needed to. How I feel. I feel like I skipped a lot of songs. But yeah, those records is some songs I want to hear and need to hear live. It's like a lot of great records that we don't get to hear live because they keep going to the go tos. Baby, I want to be down, sitting up in my room. What about us? Full moon almost doesn't count sometimes. Sometimes, how have you ever? I don't need to hear have you ever either. Love that record, but I don't. I'm. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Brandy threw "Have You Ever" back into the mix, but I'm cool on it not being part of the set. Yes, back to the R&B song battle. Brandy, Full Moon, battle of the title tracks. Full Moon versus Afrodisiac, and let's play Full Moon first since it came out first. Actually, let's play Afrodisiac first. You'll see why in a second. We could skip the haha in the beginning. Cause I'm gonna mess with the stems.
Don't hesitate, holla at me. What I'm looking for, simple.
I have an Aphrodisiac mix.
When I'm not with you, I'm missing nothing. Got a lot inside, need to release you for. Feel my every desire. When I'm with you, you take me higher. Oh, Afrodisiac. You take me higher. Oh, Afrodisiac.
Let me play that mix because without playing the mix, I'm gonna pick Full Moon. Nothing wrong with picking Full Moon over Aphrodisiac. Full Moon was it's a great follow-up to What About Us. I can't even find my mixes. Hold on. It's under, oh yeah, here it is. You take me higher, oh, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah. When I go, is this it? I'll come back. I mean, it's probably still Full Moon. I gave it away too early.
Whatever you want, I got it for me. Don't hesitate, holla at me. Love is supposed sexuality. I'm with you, don't wanna leave. Need to just but when I'm not with you, I'm missing nothing. Got a lot inside.
The way I left the Wi-Fi over there. Hey. I have another one. I told y'all I got mixes on mixes on mixes. Let me scroll ahead because this actually has the same beat as the original.
Don't wanna leave, you just like I need to release you for feel my every desire. You're my Afrodisiac. You're the only one I need. I'll come back.
Atlantic is gonna get me for this fucking record. I know it. I see it. They're gonna get me for this. But it's fine. If y'all want to hear the official Aphrodisiac mix, it will be on Patreon at some point. Or I'll do a clip and you'll hear it on YouTube. This is the old one.
Yeah.
Let me put the... Hey.
There is no way you can get away. Need your love every day. Medicine can't cure whether I feel what I need is I end up feeling. Being without you, making me.
You stressing me out. You need to... You stressing me out. Yeah, that's the original mix. That first one that I played was when I finally got acclimated with this DJing app, I was just like, let me see what every song sounds like against I Wanna Fall in Love. If y'all didn't catch the instrumental, it was I Wanna Fall in Love, which is the bonus track off of Full Moon. Which reminds me, my sister not stole, but borrowed the Full Moon copy that had the bonus track on it. And when I bought it again, it didn't have it. And I was just like, but yeah, Aphrodisiac or Full Moon. I don't have a Full Moon mix. Hmm. Hmm. Or do I? Or do I? Wait. Let me make sure I don't have a Full Moon mix. Maybe that's something I should work on. Okay, Full Moon. Yeah, I know what Full Moon sounds like. Wait. Brandy. It's always at the top. Let me. Oh, can I play this? Can I play? Y'all know what Full Moon sounds like, so I'm gonna play this, which is also on my channel, which everyone keeps commenting on. And I'm just like, yo, I'm glad y'all love coming over to my channel for Almost Doesn't Count and Full Moon, which was the BT did that. I forgot what it was called. Because I changed the title on the track. Just Human Live. That BT did when Human came out, and she did Full Moon. What About Us? Almost Doesn't Count, which version is the top tier live version, and I wish she would do that version always. But every version of Almost Doesn't Count is excellent. But yeah, she did Full Moon, What About Us, Almost Doesn't Count, Right Here, and Long Distance, which more records that Brandy doesn't perform live anymore. But yeah, I just need them to like update the set list and add these songs that we don't get to hear as often. But yeah, this version of Full Moon, which is on my channel, you can find it. It's probably one of my most watched videos. Almost Doesn't Count, and then Full Moon. And I just got a comment the other day like, these vocals is it. I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. That's the part right there. That's the part.
And all the love you're showing lets me know that you like what you see and wanna get to know me too. This could very well be the start of something special. Happy that I met you, baby. Giving you the eye, dancing you want, cracking if you like.
See how I can play around with the stems without a stem player? Oh, my bad. Wait, let me do that over.
Being without you, making me hearing right now. And all the love you're showing lets me know that you like what you see and wanna get to know me too. This could very well be the start of something special. Happy that I met you, baby. Ooh, giving
Hey, that's why it's full moon. I love Aphrodisiac, but full moon is top tier. I had somebody tell me recently that they didn't like full moon. I was just like, get out, get out. I think it's after almost doesn't count. Full moon is probably my second favorite Brandy single. Yeah. So I'm choosing full moon over Aphrodisiac. Full Moon as an album is top tier, but Aphrodisiac as an album is not far behind. But I did switch the order and play Aphrodisiac first because it is also we're coming up on the 20th anniversary of Full Moon, so I had to segue into talking about the 20th anniversary of Full Moon. Brandy, when you gonna give us New Moon? That's something she should do. As everyone has put Full Moon as one of her best albums, it's only right that, again, a comparison to Mary J. Blige, she gave us My Life too. The Journey Continues. It would be, I need Brandy to do another Full Moon, but not another Full Moon. Like maybe call it New Moon and it'll be, its own thing, but like a part two. But I don't know if we could get Rodney Jerkins on board or get him together to, whatever his issue is with Brandy now. Maybe they could resolve that and try to get something together. Or we can just get a whole concert where, Brandy could just do Full Moon, the entire album. She don't gotta do the entire album, but she could do the entire album. I would love to hear a lot of the records live, and what are your favorite Full Moon records? Comment down below if you're on YouTube. Apple Music. You can always hit me up on Twitter, ELSV Nate, if you're whatever your thoughts are on any of the topics I talked about. But yes, top 5 records from Full Moon. It's a hard one. It's not a hard one, but I think it's a hard one because the records change. My order of favorites shift often. The one record that's constantly like pops in my head when I think of Full Moon now is Apart, and it wasn't always one of my favorites when I first heard the album, and now it's one of the records that pops in my head often. So the most often is yeah, Apart, because you have your favorites, When You Touch Me, Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. I Want to Fall in Love is a bonus track, but I'll include it. All in Me, I Thought. I always felt like I Thought and Can We was like so similar that you can interchange either one of them, but I seen her perform I Thought live, and I was just like, maybe I Thought is the more top tier of the two. I could have done a I Thought versus Can We. I like the little part where Ray J's in the background vocals on Can We. But I think yeah, I just played Full Moon recently, so I played I Thought, and then I had to play it again because I was like, I always not skip the record, but like it's the second record on the track, isn't it? It's the record after Full Moon, so I usually there goes my 500-pound neighbor that loves to stomp through the house all the time. Gotta love it. I don't know if they 500 pounds, and sorry if that offends anyone, but I don't see why. I said this maybe. Oh, I said this while I was streaming because I was streaming myself play games, and that happened, and I was just like, I don't understand how there's carpet on the floor, so I don't understand how I can hear you walking. And it's not always. So it's like, are you intentionally walking extra hard to make noise? That's a whole conversation. But yeah, 5 tracks that I listed. When You Touch Me, Love Wouldn't Count Me Out, All in Me, I Thought, and Apart, which is the song that stuck in my head the most. And let me play a little bit of this. And you know, as we playing around with stems, since that I didn't even know that's what you call them, stems. I always consider it like different tracks or layers, but stems, that's maybe I'm not as into, you know, engineering as I should be. But stems, that's a great title for it. Um, Atlantic, Calm Down. First off, before I play a little bit of this, but yeah, calm down. Calm your titties. Calm the titties. I'm gonna play a little bit of this. Let me lower my little stems.
You always have something to say. You're always complaining when things do not go well, and then more than enough. I am sick of talking. You do not appreciate anything I do. That is what I'm leaving.
Done everything I could. That's my part right here. You hear how you play with these stems? Kanye may be onto something, but I don't need a stem player to do it. Y'all don't need a stem player to do it. No, y'all don't need to pay $20 for Donda because you don't need to play around with the stems of Donda. Unless you are intentionally recording to separate every part where it sounds good without, like most of the times in DJ apps when you pull apart the stems, a lot of the parts get taken out of the parts that you're not trying to take the stems out of. So yeah, like when you pull apart the drums or the harmonic parts of the song, sometimes you pull the vocals because the way the track is mixed, it blends into those stems. So yeah, most of the time in the DJ app, when you try to like mix down or just get the vocals, you can hear like a low quality of it because a lot of the vocals is mixed into the harmonic and drum stem. So if you are, it only makes sense if I say it in Apple terms. Apple has Dolby Atmos audio. And apparently when you listen to Dolby Atmos files, you hear the songs in like a surround sound. So like the vocals would be, it's weird to like visualize it and put it into like the vocals will be here and then you'll hear the drums back here and everything else will be like in between. That's how I can describe it. But like, yeah, Dolby Atmos does that. So like if the stem player is specifically set up to, you know, as the vocals are right here, when you remove any of those things that's not the vocals, it's not touching the vocals, then it makes sense. I'm sorry, I keep jumping back to the stem player thing, but like in this mix, I had to pause it because that was my part. See, when I drop the beat, you can hear like some of the vocal parts are taking away. Same thing with the harmonic. And I try. That's my shit now. Like, this is the thing I'm talking about. Like, I think, yeah, a part is probably my favorite now. It changes, so yeah. That part always gets stuck in my head, and then I'll just randomly think of it when people mention Full Moon. So my ultimate favorite record off the album is Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. Can I play this one more time because like it's stuck in my head? It's just like the way I just removed the stems made it sound even better. So hey, yeah. Atlantic, calm your titties. Alright. Do anything. I'm better off apart. So maybe we better off apart. Hey, can I do a mix live real quick? I never do anything. Maybe we better off apart. Hey, gotta give it to if Rodney produced this, you gotta give it to him. This production was top tier. Maybe we get New Moon with do we need Timbaland to do another Brandy album? Maybe we get Swiss Beats this time. Swiss Beats produce Brandy's entire album. Since, you know, versus, I would love to hear Swiss Beats record would be, that would be insane. A Swiss Beats produced Brandy album. Or Missy Elliott. But yeah, if we were gonna get like one producer, that would be interesting, Brandy and Swiss Beats. But you know, I'm sometimes on the fence when it comes to Swiss Beats and R&B. I was not a fan of a lot of the Swiss Beats Alicia Keys stuff, but then a lot of people weren't a fan of the Alicia Keys stuff when they got together. So now it's a lot better. But I would love, that would be interesting, Brandy and the Swiss Beats record of Brandy and Dr. Dre, since we talking about Dr. Dre and Mary doing a whole album, and we just right off the Super Bowl. So yeah, I'm letting this beat play. Let me see if I can catch it.
You claimed you love me. You said you cared for me. You said you do for me. You said you stayed with me.
Okay, that sounds a little bit better.
And did you hold me? Tried to console me. Needed me on my knees. But still I stuck by you. Even when you took me. Told you my baby boo. Did I protect you when they were after you? They bought all for you. Turn my back on those for you. I thought that we could be. And you made a fool of me. And I cannot believe. Thought you were my baby.
Hey. Hey, hey. Hey,
had to let you go. I don't need you no more. Thought you were mine.
yeah. Sorry, I just tried to improvise and do a mix on the spot. How that sounded? Let me know down in the comments. What is it? A part is actually the BPM is a lot slower than the BPM of I Thought, so I had to, slow it down, and that's what that was the results of, a faster song trying to be on par with a slow song. So I should have either mixed, sped up a part. But yeah, that was off the top. A part I thought Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. That was one of the songs I wanted to, pull the stems out of it and let y'all hear all of the parts of the record. This is also a slow one, so let's start here. I left the wine over there, and I don't feel like getting up to get it, but yeah.
Better without me, so I guess it wasn't true when you said I love you.
Love just wouldn't. Ooh, that's the end of the pod. I'm gonna end it there because Love Wouldn't Count Me Out. That is one of my favorite records, and to play around with the stems just makes it sound, all that much better, because Brandy is one of the artists that if we gonna play around with stems, let's get a Brandy version of the stem player where we can play around with the instrumental separately and all of the layers of her vocals separately. And that's what I need in a stem player if we were gonna get one. And if we are gonna get one, Ray J, please do it. I will buy into Raycon if we were to get that. But yeah. Um Quickly, I'm gonna just say ABC better renew Queens for season 2 because I feel like the stories, had to shift and adjust because Eve uh was pregnant and she's in the UK and she didn't have time to film and be here and try to, have a successful pregnancy. So I feel like they pivoted a lot of the story in Eve's absence. So I would love to see them get a second season with Eve present and continue what they've had to, pivot and do in Eve's absence. So yeah, I need Queens to get a second season and I need more of rapping Brandy, B Rocka, brand new in season 2. So yeah, let's get on with that. How did I feel about the finale? I mean, the finale ended with, they finally went on that tour and it ended before they would have showed Eve. So like if it comes back for season 2, I'm assuming Eve would be able to, come back and film and then they can reshoot that scene and then Eve would be on stage. So ABC needs to give them a season 2. Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. And then is it time for another Brandy album? Nah, I think I just need a live Tiny Desk Unplugged Full Moon 20th anniversary concert, just perform all of the tracks off Full Moon. Those are some of my favorites off Full Moon. I didn't mention All in Me. That is one of my favorites as well. But yes, the 20th anniversary of Full Moon is upon us or coming or about to happen or had happened whenever I release this. But yeah, I do need the set list of Brandy's shows to change and hopefully we'll get some of these deep album cuts that are like fan favorites to be performed live. And then, I know she got some unreleased songs that's just hidden in the vault, i.e., Make Believe. Maybe we can get some of those records, some of those B7 session songs that, we heard previews of. But we'll see. That's all I had for today. I can go on and on and on about, Brandy because Brandy's one of my favorites and I have a ton of Brandy mixes. I've played them in past episodes, but if you haven't heard them, I am slowly uploading them to my channel. So again, check out the website, elsv.net/playlisting for all things podcast, music, audio, for the exclusive patreon.com/ELSV. That's where all the bonus content is. And if I'm like, I can't upload my DJing mixes, then that's where the music ends up because you know how Atlantic and these record labels try to hold hostage the work that they didn't create. That's a whole topic. But yes, so Patreon is where I'm trying to upload a lot of the content that YouTube keep blocking and everywhere keeps SoundCloud keeps blocking it. So if y'all do want to hear some of my mixing, I even wanted to do like my live streams of me actually putting together a mix and doing it. But the way these streaming, I mean, not streaming platforms, but these social media platforms are like blocking you if you play music. It's just like a headache to try to do a live session with my mixes. So we haven't figured that out. But I guess I would just have to have a live show, and y'all would just have to be in the audience and hear it for y'all to hear some of these mixes that I've done. But yeah, if you're on YouTube and you wanna, I mean, I don't think I actually separate the audio music from me talking, so you don't have to have that problem with hearing it differently on Apple Podcasts versus hearing it on YouTube. But if you do, the Apple Podcast link is down in the description. Again, Apple Music users, if you want to, see my playlist and hear any of that, the links will be down in the description. If you want to get some of your own Elsv merch, the link will be in the description. This is one that I just did. Someone asked me to do a Poetic Justice shirt for them, and I made several, and I had to rock one today because also I'm getting back into finishing my poetry book, novel, memoir, whatever you want to categorize it as. I feel like a lot of my stuff can't be categorized. It's a book. It could be a memoir. It could be a nonfiction biography. It could be a book of poetry. It could be. It's so weird. It's not categorized. I feel like it's a conversation. That's the best description I can give it. It's a conversation. Yeah, so hopefully that'll be dropping soon. I'm on it. I need to get that book out. It's been in the works for at least 10 years, and I keep editing it and changing it. First it was just poetry, then it became a story, and then it became a conversation. It's all of these things, and now it's like figuring out how it's gonna flow through. So yeah, all of the work is done. I just need to finish going through it and just say, this is it. In Search of Solitude in stores soon. You heard it here first. All of my playlists links will be down below. If you're an Apple Music user, follow me on Apple Music because I love to hear and see other people's music taste. And if you want to share music with me, feel free to do that. Comment down below your thoughts on anything I mentioned in this episode, your favorite Brandy records or Full Moon, your favorite Brandy records in general, your picks between I Want to Be Down or Sitting Up in My Room, Full Moon or Afrodisiac, or even I Thought and or Can We, even though I didn't play Can We. Tell me your thoughts on those, and what is your thoughts on this stem player? And I know y'all all agree, if we want to get a stem player, Brandy Stems is one of the top tier artist stems that we need to hear all of the stems of the track. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on the stem player, and until next time, I think I got everything I needed to say. Yes. Thank you for checking out Elusive Podcast, episode 21. It's been real. I'm your host, Nathan Dante. And if you've been listening through this entire episode, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast. If you're listening on whatever platform you're listening to this on, subscribe, share it if you have, we love getting shares, and keep the conversation going. Leave a comment, your thoughts on anything that I've mentioned, like I said before. And until next time, peace. I'll catch y'all on the next one.